whoop, whoop.
This way?
Don't mess up his headphones, we won't be able to hear.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you have arrived to the conversation that'll end all conversations. The Soulcast with your host, Happy Bones.
Titties hanging now.
And now, without further ado, let's get in that crazy head. Here's Happy Bones.
What's up, what's up, what's up? How you guys doing? This is episode 19 of the motherfucking Soulcast. I can't believe it. I'm trying right now to put my stopwatch on so that I know when the segment ends. So y'all gonna have to bear with a motherfucker for about 2 motherfucking seconds. Hello. Now, my guest is the lovely and beautiful Mr. Caleb Tokarska.
How's it going?
What's up, brother?
Doing good.
Ain't nothing. Now, what we're going to do is we don't really want you to be like this and hiding your face because we want to be able to see your pretty face and whatnot, what have you. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what Caleb's got coming up because let me tell you something about Caleb Tokarska. He's a guitarist, and I say that with like the deepest meaning of the word. He's a guitarist. See, now there's some people that hold the guitar, and there's some people that play the guitar, but there's some people that are guitarists. And see, those other two people, they're not really guitarists. But Caleb's a guitarist, and he knows his instrument, and he loves his instrument, and he has a high amount of respect for music, which he understands is magic just like I do, right?
That's right.
That's damn right. That's right. Because you can be like 2 foot tall, right? And not have any fucking social status at all. And whenever you get on stage and you play a crazy good, you handle your instrument crazy well, then you get the respect of anybody that, you know, it's all of a sudden you're 10 feet tall because you're cheesed that way. You know what I'm saying? That's how magical music is. So Caleb, what school did you just get accepted to? Tell us about that.
Well, I got accepted to Belmont University in Nashville, Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
So first they accepted me and they didn't give me any money. So I kind of totally just dropped the idea, and I thought about going to Kennesaw, which is outside of Atlanta. And then my buddy Robert emailed his school, Miami University, basically just asking for money. He said, I can't pay for it. What can you do? And they just threw him $13,000. So I said, shit, I'm just going to try to email him. I might as well. I took all this time to apply and go audition. So I emailed him, and my teacher, who was an alum from there, sent some recommendations, and they ended up giving me a pretty good scholarship.
That's what's up. And how long have you been playing the guitar?
I've been playing the guitar since I was about 11. I really started getting serious probably when I was 12 or 13.
Right on. I got my first guitar when I was 12, and I didn't really get serious till I was like 15.
Yeah, when I first got it, I was 10 when I first got it, and I just would listen to the Ramones in my room and kind of pretend like I was a badass.
He's like, yeah, man, one of these days, bro, I'll just put you down until later. Yeah, how about the last of the Ramones is gone, huh?
I saw that.
That's sad.
I didn't know you got into folk music.
Oh, yeah, man.
I had
you
no
know,
idea.
you got to get into all that music, man. You know, whenever you get older, you tend to get into the type of music that's more chill, you know what I'm saying? You can't be running around and acting a fool and whatnot, what have you. Now, you can, you know, Iggy Pop, I think, still runs around like a fool. Yeah. But, I mean, he's 172 years old.
He's looking rough.
And he's still a wiry sumbitch. So, what's your end goal? When did you decide that you wanted to play guitar, like serious, for real, for money, like as a professional?
Like when I was a kid, I always knew I wanted to be in a band. It was never that I wanted that to be like my end goal. I was just kind of like I wanted to be a rock star sort of thing. But then once I started getting more into jazz and more into classical music, I got into like the theory of it. And so I wanted to study it then. So it went from one to just be a total.
So I always call jazz musicians because those are the musicians that musicians go to see.
That's right.
Because me being a musician, I'm seeing the same old crap as people doing the same old shit. And honestly, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm pretty sure that I do the same old crap. But there's an audience for it, and that's what I do. So I do it. Whereas Caleb is the type of person, when you go, you see him, you go in to see something different. You're going to see something like you might see a lick that you never seen anybody else do before or something like that. It's totally different. And he's been playing with Joel Cruz and The Method for a little while, and they're real fun. It got down to a trio, didn't it?
Yeah.
And they're real fun to watch. And Caleb's really fun to watch because you can see that he's that his body's in sync with what he's playing, instead of, it's not like he's not. It's like he's a channel. He's channeling something through, and I can see that. Like he's got soul in there somewhere. So, but he's a ginger, so we know he's not a real person. We know that he's got an extra chromosome of some sort.
That's
he
right.
does need as
I'm
much
only
vitamin
half
D.
ginger,
Excuse me, sir, I'm talking. And he needs less vitamin D than anybody else. I don't know what the hell it is. It's like they're aliens or something. They can process vitamin D in a different way, so they need less. That's why they're so fair skinned. Don't get in the sun, son. Don't get in the sun.
I'll stay in the sun.
So, do you go to the beach?
I mean, I like the beach.
I don't suggest
going
the
to
beach.
the river way better.
See, I'm Scottish, man, and I burn and then I peel, and then I burn and then I peel, and then I burn and then I
keep
peel.
Burning.
So fuck that shit. I don't like it. So you just stay in a constant high pink red.
Right.
So you got a little brother. Is he showing any inclination towards wanting to play music?
Yeah, he is actually.
How old is he now?
He's 5. He just turned 5 on the 3rd of July. And he was always his room was right above where we practiced when I had a band. So since he was like a little baby, I've been playing music in that room. And then when I started playing with Joel, he would come down and watch us practice. And there's one time we were practicing, and you know how Joel is. He's pointing and directing people.
Yeah.
So he told Jake, the drummer, he clapped a little rhythm for him. It was... And right after he did that, my little brother was on the tambourine, and he went, da, 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 like the same tempo, same number of everything, like right on it. And he just had this big smile on his face, and we were all freaking out. But,
he's like, I got this, man. It's natural. No problem.
He definitely
I don't know
has
what the big deal
rhythm.
is. Yeah, that's cool. Well, I think that whenever you're that age, you can kind of hone in because you don't have any preconceived notions that it's hard.
Right.
Or you've had nobody in your ear saying, no, you can't do that. And so if you try it, it's like me, man. When I was like 19, somebody took me to the golf range for the first time to drive some golf balls. And I had played baseball, and so I knew just to keep my eye on the ball.
Right.
And I'd seen people play golf, so I figured I would just mimic kind of their movements. So I did it, and straight as an arrow, that bitch went 250 yards. First fucking time I ever hit a ball, straight as an arrow. And they all was like, what the fuck? You said you never did this before, you liar. And I was like, nah, man, I'm fucking for real. And I was just like nailing them all day long. Pap, 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 pap. Of course, my side got all hurt because I was like doing that motion all day long.
Yeah.
But I was enjoying it so much. And then the next time that I went, I was in Ohio with a friend of mine. And shout out Toledo. No, I was in Chillicothe. I can't remember. Anyway, shout out Ohio. And we was playing golf, and I was like, man, y'all wait until y'all see me drive a ball. Wait until y'all see me drive a ball. I can drive a ball. I'm a natural, And I got out there in the first, and I was like, bing choom, bing choom. It's like if you really think about it, then there's something lost between that.
You weren't worried
translation.
about it the first time.
Yeah, the first time I wasn't trying to hit it. I was just doing it. So when was that moment whenever you figured out that there was a time, I know there has to be a time because there is for everybody, where that light went off in your head and you said, holy shit, I can really play the guitar?
Yeah. The first time was probably I was playing with my dad, and because that's why I wanted to play in the first place, because it's like Dad played guitar for me when I was a kid all the time, so it's cool.
Right.
Dad's cool, and he plays guitar, so I want to be cool and play guitar too.
Right.
But there's a point where, he was still better than me. But there's one time where I was playing a solo to some Dead song we were playing, and he told me that I was better than he ever could be or something like that. So that was a really big, step-up moment.
Right.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, because he doesn't give compliments out like that, just he's not the kind of dad to be like, oh, you're doing so good if I was really sucking.
Right, right.
Uh-huh. Which I appreciate that. I mean,
yeah, absolutely. I mean,
that's a better way to learn things.
I think that's a better way to learn things too. My dad was a big influence on me because he wasn't a real good guitarist, and I'm not a good guitarist, really. I consider myself a vocalist first and foremost, and then I also consider myself a writer because I'm real good with melody. And so in my head, I can come up with a good melody to go over whatever kind of music is going on. So that's where my strong suit is. And so whenever I started learning how to play guitar, I just learned it enough to where I could accompany myself singing and writing songs.
Yeah.
So I pretty much learned the basics and just ran with it. And the first time that I learned how to play G, C, and D in time, I ran to my dad, and he was like, there you go, you know 1,000,000 songs. And it blew my mind. I was like, I'm going to write songs forever and ever. Now, also joining us today is Jerry Garcia.
That's right.
He's a real good friend of ours. Caleb doesn't go anywhere without him. He goes on the road with him. You know, sometimes he sits on stage with him and gives him little pointers here and there. He is telepathic. He can talk to us with his mind, and he doesn't really move that much because he's chill as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
He's looking really healthy right now, too.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's looking good. We want to make sure he hears the show real well because he's getting old and his hearing's not as good as it used to be. But he's a strong little fella, man, and he's good as an antenna to be able to bring things through the Ethernet. You know what I'm saying? Ethernet, not the intranet, the Ethernet. Now, Belmont is a. I don't know anything about Belmont.
Okay.
Tell me about Belmont.
Okay, Belmont is actually a private Christian university.
Whoa.
Which is, it's kind of like when I first thought about that for a little while, I was like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to do in that kind of environment. But looking further into it and then going to the school and visiting, they're really, really liberal about it. Like they have their roots, the roots of the school were in Christianity, but I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. They used to be a part of this like Tennessee Association of Baptist Schools.
Right.
And they actually kicked them out of that program because they said they were too forward-thinking. You know, I mean, they have a gay student union, and they're really liberal about how they teach religion. You know, they're totally fine with you not believing in it at all. And there's a lot of people there who aren't Christian.
Well, I like that they're okay with you asking questions.
Yeah,
because a lot of especially organizations that have they have a school, an accredited school, and they're teaching people, and they have this. They say this is who we are. And they have this rigid way about it, like you have to fucking blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You have to repeat exactly what I tell you, otherwise you're getting an F. And I think that's just silly. I think that I think that you should get an A if you cause the teacher to ponder on something. Automatic A.
Awesome.
So are you looking forward to it?
I am looking forward to it.
When do you go?
I leave to move in August 16th.
And this is not going to be up before then, but aren't you doing something tonight, like a going away party?
Yeah, I have a send-off jam tonight at Sky City.
Whoop, whoop. I'm coming.
Awesome.
I'm coming.
Awesome.
I didn't know if I was going to be able to come, but the day is here, and I will be able to come.
Sweet. You going to do some Dead songs with me and John?
I can do that, sure.
Cool.
I can come up and sing with y'all.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Adam's going to be there, too. So
right on.
We could do a Happy Bone song if you wanted to.
Yeah, we could do that.
Cool.
We could do that. I'm not scary. Actually, what's crazy is we're just now mixing here in the studio. Shout out to Greenlight Studios. The starting of the album, the first 8 songs off the new Happy Bones album. Man, you got to hear it, dude. It's fucking it's the best thing I've ever done. It's like the best recording I've ever heard. My voice is so good. Oh wait, we're on the air. Shit, I forgot. Are you gonna have a car?
I'm not going to have a car.
You're not going to have a car. Is there any type of public transportation situation out there?
Are you going to
live on campus?
I'm going to have a bike. Yeah, I live on campus. So, like, everything I need within the school is right there. The campus is pretty small. And I mean, downtown Nashville is like a block from Belmont.
Okay.
So I mean, I can ride my bike.
Is there girls? Is it co-ed?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go, dawg. You good to go, dawg. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's good. We're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to thank some of my sponsors because they're beautiful. Mr. Butch Palmer at Butch Palmer Salon in Harrisburg on Crawford Avenue. Y'all go and see him. Tell him the Soulcast sent you. I'd like to thank Greenlight Studios in Morganic, you know what I'm saying, for handling business. And then I love Tracer Audio. Go to Tracer for all your audio needs. We'll be right back.